Now, I've drilled holes. I've screwed the pickups in, but the screws are not right in, so they stick up. And I've drilled holes in the template to let the screws poke through. I think what I'm going to do is actually get this temporary template, test pickguard, positioned and put 2 screws through into the body to hold it in place. And then I'm going to try and work out where the pickup cutouts need to be. As I said, I've cut the holes in this template, but they're very rough, and it doesn't actually, laying them across the top of the Warman pickups, they're not the right size, so it's a bit of a quandary. So I'm going to fit the template down, the temporary pickguard down in what I consider to be the right position, and then worry about where the pickup holes need to be. This is it, no going back once I do this. So I'm going to put 1 screw in there. And I'm going to put another one in the hole there. So, the screws. Oh. I think they need an 1/8 clearance hole to go through, and then they need to be countersunk. So let's take that off again. Drill out those 2 holes to an 1/8. Pickups are a little bit proud of the body, so it doesn't sit completely flat. The other thing that I found is a picture, I know you won't be able to see that, but another picture for a pickguard, and it's actually got another screw hole in it. In fact, it's got one here next to the neck. So I'm going to actually mark and drill another one in the template there, because I'd like that held down firmly. So what are we going to do with this? I've got another printout which is supposedly full size. I was thinking I might carefully cut the pickups out and then offer that up and see how it looks. A little bit of clearance on the size of the pickups. I don't know if you can hear, but that's our dogs out in the garden complaining because I'm not paying them any attention. see what they want in a moment. Right, let's offer that up to the guitar, the bass again. Okay, well, I've cut out the holes shown on this new printout, and that looks right. So the task now is to try and cut those shapes out in the plastic. So I'm going to tape the paper down and then try and cut round and get the mounting holes exposed so as the pickups can come up through the pick guard, because they need to be lifted up to listen to the strings. Right, so armed with my newly modified template, it's not completely right because I've managed to gouge the edge of that pickup opening, but I think this is what we're going to go with. I have a piece of pickguard material. It's black front and back. Don't know if there's any difference between the two sides, with a white stripe down the middle. So let's offer that up. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that down with, in actual fact, thinking about it, I think I'm going to take the paper off at the top of this and stick. I know what I haven't got on here. I haven't got the holes for the pots. It's okay, I can mark those from the other plastic one, which is inside, still on the base. I'm gonna put it on the top, drill these holes through, drills, and then I can actually route the shape. I'm going to leave the neck pocket unfinished so as I can finish that actually on the instrument, and then I can go round the edge and hopefully put the bevel on with it still stuck without disturbing it. How well is this stuck? Not that well, so let's peel this off. Okay, I'm going to take this to the bandsaw and trim round to reduce the amount I need to route off. So, quick visit to the bandsaw, and it's not perfectly cut out, but there's I suppose less than 1/4 of an inch in most places to be routed off. So I'm going to take it to the router table, trim that back. I'm also going to take it to the drill press and drill the marker holes through for where it screws down. So back when I've done that, I don't think you need to see any more of that. Okay, so after a quick trip to the router table, got most of the outline routed. I've left the neck pocket overhanging because I'm going to route that on the body. The chips It's like routing licorice all sorts. You've got all these little black and white striped chips, which is quite funny. I'm now going to drill a couple of holes in these pickup openings because I need to route those out. I'm going to use the little Bosch router to route those, so I need to put some holes in to remove some material and make room for the bit to go through. So I'm going to do that next, and I then need to set up and route the bevel on. That's a little bit scary. So this is how I'm going to do the pickup holes in the pick guard. I've got this little tiny 1/4 inch flush trim bit fitted in the little Bosch router. I've drilled some holes using a Forstner bit through the pick guard material, so I've got room to put the bit through and take it really steady to open this out to the right size to clear the pickups. And we have a hole that's taking shape. This is a bit nerve-wracking, and as I said, the swarf is like little bits of licorice all salt. Right, so I put a 45-degree bevel bit in this little Bosch router, and I've run that round the outside of the pick guard, and I'm quite pleased with it. Don't worry about what appears to be a big scratch on there, because this has still got the protective plastic on it. I've drilled an extra hole in there for another screw. I'm going to leave it like this for now. I'm going to pin my test pick guard on and use that to spot the holes for the pots and the jack. Once I've done that, I can take this off. I need to take the neck off the base, and I've got 2 holes already in the base for 2 screws. Fit that on and mark the other holes and route this out to match the neck pocket. And that's for another day.